I'm Meeka 6, also known as the Moroccan Angel. If this is our first encounter together, I'd like to say hi and welcome to my channel. If you should find my content spiritually enlightening or informative, I would like to invite you to subscribe to my channel, and please don't forget to press the like button. So, I know I mention this a lot. It's just because it's quite shocking to me, actually, that there are currently 2.6 billion professing Christians in the world. That's amazing. And that number continues to grow. Like, what is driving these people to choose the Christian faith? Some may say it's divine, and, whatever the reason, it's quite compelling, quite convincing to quite a number of people. You see, professing to be a Christian is not only professing to have the Spirit of Jesus, which is phenomenal in and of itself, but it is also professing or claiming to love Him, which is the subject of what we're going to be discussing today. Do you love Jesus? Do you think that all of the 2.6 billion professing Christians really love Jesus? When we look at it, there are very, very, very different and opposing views regarding what love is, depending on the individual. One person can look at love as, baking cookies or eating chocolate cake, or kindness, or, compassion, and other people attribute love to something completely different. There's individuals who abuse others and, in their mind, consider it to be an expression of their love for them. So, we're hit with the question, who defines love? Who determines what love really is? Wouldn't it be the maker of hearts? The creator? In the English language, the word love is defined as a strong feeling of affection or concern for another person, as the arising from kinship or close friendship. It is also religiously defined as a feeling of devotion or adoration towards God or a God. So the question that we're examining is of great importance to those who are professing to be Christians, and that is, do you love Jesus? Now, I know your first thought is, of course I love Jesus. I love Him with all of my heart, and He's everything to me. But wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is this based on your definition of what love is, or His? And who has the final determining say in the matter? Is it Jesus or you? Well, as a professing Christian, Jesus has the dominating decision regarding what love truly is. In this case of Christianity, Jesus determines how your love for Him is measured. And how do we find this? Written within the Scriptures. So how did Jesus define love? How does He determine if you truly love Him? In the New Testament, the book of John, chapter 14, verse 21, it reads, "The one who has my commandments," and this is significant because it is pointing out that you must have His commandments first, meaning you must have accurate knowledge of His commandments and His teachings. The one who has my commandments and keepeth them. The original Greek word for keep is thereho, meaning to attend to carefully And it speaks of a careful watch, to continue in, or to adhere to follow. It speaks of conforming to, or to act in accord with. And when we speak of follow, it is a steadfast obedience to the commandments and teachings of Jesus. Jesus states that this is the one who loves me, the one who not only has my commandments, but keep them or adhere to them, meaning it's not based on convenience. It's not, oops, I slipped into that sin, or I fell into a sin last week or last month. It's a faithful adherence to his teachings without straying. So you can profess to be a Christian, and you can claim to love Jesus, but the proof is in your actions. It's based on what you do, according to Jesus. Jesus said, many will go about calling him Lord, and they will be rejected. Why? Because their behavior and decisions reflect the total opposite of what they're claiming. Jesus says, why do you do that? Why do you call me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say to you? In the book of John, chapter 14, verse 15, it reads, Ean agapao me, therejos emas antale. That is to say, if you love me, keep my commandments. So, I want to focus a little bit on the word keep. Terejo. This word, as we've seen so far, is based on a strong adherence to, holding something close to your heart in devotion, ardent devotion, adherence to. It's in your heart, in your spirit, to be devoted to them. It's not just based on your lips and what you say. It's so much more than that, especially when it comes to keeping the commandments of Jesus. When you keep it in this sense, you do not stray from it. It is something you live day in and day out. It speaks of faithfulness. So I want you to think back to when you first decided to become a Christian. Your vow to Jesus, your vow to give your life to him, your vow to follow him and serve him all the days of your life, to honor him, to obey his teachings. Now, since then, have you done this? Have you faithfully kept your promise to him? Or are you among those who call him Lord, Lord, but do not the things that he said to do? You see, a Christian is literally defined as one who steadfastly follows or obeys the teachings of Christ, and one who manifests the Spirit of Christ. They are steadfast or faithful in doing this. This is a mark. As a professing Christian, have you done this? Or is your claim you can't do that that's impossible? If you have not done this, if your actions show that you have not been faithful, and your belief is that you cannot be faithful, according to the scriptures, you're not a true biblical Christian. You're making the claim with your lips, but it's not true in your heart. Jesus said, you're claiming to love him, calling him Lord, Lord, but you're not measuring up to what true love is on his terms, by his definition. If you'd like to find out why, I would like to invite you to join my class and learn about the true message of Jesus and the true meaning of a true biblical Christian with the biblical evidence to prove it. I'd love to see you there. I'm the Moroccan Angel. Remember, always do what is right. It matters.